Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte. Today we are going to begin a new journal, a 3-ring binder journal using for me, Little Golden Books. These are copywritten 2007. They cannot be sold. They are still under copyright law and trademark law. So it is very important for you to check the inside cover right here. Copyright 2007, not old enough to sell. You do that at your own risk. I wouldn't do it, but yeah, be sure to check that out. So a while back, I had decided that in 2025, I wanted to start putting things in a journal. This journal is going to be extremely eclectic. I use large rings because this will allow me to have so much in here. I have been finding things from the kids that I've tucked away. I've been finding things from my mom and decided, yeah, Alice in Wonderland, my absolute favorite. And so you can see I've got school ephemera in here from the kids and just some different things. And then of course I kept the book. So this is what we're going to do today. There may be many of you that have, you can see this. Yes, I know. It's a pumpkin. I think it was Roseanne that gave me this. I am so in love with this. It's just the cutest thing ever. So yeah, it's on here. It's going to stay on here. It's not the season, but it doesn't matter. I really like it. So this is what we're gonna do. I think most of you have rings. Most of you, if you don't, you can use string and ribbon as well. But if you're gonna do string and ribbon, leave it really long so as your journal grows, you don't have an issue with that. If you've got golden books you've been hanging on to, grab them because this is what we're playing with today. Now to save time, I've got a Peter Pan here. To save time, I went ahead and cut the back and the front off. I don't care about the golden book aspect of this. If you do and you want to preserve this, you're going to probably be a little bit kinder than I was with this. So it is stapled on with 2 staples, and you can see they're fairly large staples. So I just manipulated this until I could get this part off, and I'm hoping that now I can get this off without this really being a big deal. So maybe if I straighten these a little bit, they'll be easier to pull out. Be nice if I had a staple remover, but I don't. And I do really want to journal this year. For me and this channel, I think this is going to be a year of journaling. Not only do we have the journal kits, but every month, but we are going to be journaling in our Alice in Wonderland and hopefully in this one. You can give these away, you just can't sell them, okay? If they're under copyright, you can do whatever you want to do with your book, but you can't make any money from it. So, and unfortunately, I see many golden books turned into journals that are under copyright law, and I think, ooh, well, enter it at your own risk, because I know for a fact that Disney has an entire part of their business where their sole goal is to go out and find copyright violations. So yeah, be really careful, guys, and know what you're getting into. So if you want to keep this piece, because it is a golden book, maybe you want to use this someplace in your book, set this aside, this golden strip. I think maybe I didn't keep it in the Alice in Wonderland. Maybe I will keep it in this one. I don't want to rip this up to get that staple out, so I'm going to put this off to the side. We will deal with this later. I will let you know eventually what it is that I did with this. Might be able to come up with something. So we've got the front and the back cover. They look pretty good. They're pretty even. I don't like this, don't want that. So we're going to take some washi tape and we're going to go over that edge very much like we did on this here. You almost can't tell. I used Van Gogh washi tape that was given to me, I think it was last year. And it just blends in so nicely and it looks really nice on the inside as well. So but that's what we're going to be doing. And then I do want to keep the pages, and because the pages were on the little spine, these pages are larger, you can see, so we're going to have to come and treat these pages. I don't want to cut the pages off. You can use that extra if you fold it over to make it just a little bit more sturdy. So that's what we're going to do. But meanwhile, before we get to the pages, let's go ahead and put our washi tape on. Pick a pattern that we like. You don't have to do washi tape. You can do ribbon, you can do tape, you can do lace. That is strictly up to you and what you might like. I think that is beautiful, but I was thinking... Oh, and I heard from Joyce. Maybe it's, no, not the gold. Okay, this is perfect. We're going to use this. I heard from Joyce, guys. Joyce is healthy. Joyce is doing well. She's just got some stuff going on, some health things, and her daughter is still with them, living with them, and she is coming along. So Joyce, we love you. We've all missed you, thought about you, and I was so grateful to receive a message from her. So if anybody out there wants to reach out to Joyce, you don't have her address. I'm sure she would have no problem. Just message me, and I will share her address with you. But she's fine. Now, if we could just hear from Beverly. Oh, my goodness. You know, really. So I am going to... Did I cover up where it says a little golden book? Oh, it was a little bit different. I'm probably going to cover up the A. So we're just going to do like we would normally do if this was a page. And we're going to come down here with washi. And we are going to just seal this edge up so that it doesn't look bizarre. And hopefully I'm straight. I know I'm not 50-50 on the washi, but I don't want to cover up where it says a little golden book. So there's going to be more washi on the outside, or the inside cover, than there is on the outside. I don't care. I am totally fine with that. And also, this helps reinforcing the holes unless you want to go and put eyelets in and go to all that trouble. This also is going to help with that. So we're going to just fold this over, trim it off. And if you're really, really finicky, maybe you need to measure. I'm not going to measure. You know me, not going to measure. It is going to be beautiful the way that it is. It's not meant to be perfect. At least for me, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's going to get well used, and hopefully will have a worn out appearance after a while, which I like because that just screams I'm being used, and that's what we want to do. So there is the front cover. We're going to do the back cover. There we go. Just the cutest books ever. I really need to go on a hunt. If anybody knows where to get little golden books that are vintage, let me know in the comments. I should go, you know, thrift stores don't always carry things like this. People buy them up. Okay, this one can come out a little bit more. There we go. And be good. So yeah, it doesn't have to be a golden book, guys. If you've got other books, just go. But if you've got the golden books and they're just sitting there collecting dust, what's the point? Pull them out. Let's do something with them in the new year. Let's make it be worth something. So I have been looking at these books for, I bet you probably, I'm going to guess, 5 years. Yeah, I got a deal. I think when I bought them, I knew I was buying them new. I knew I couldn't sell them, but I didn't care at the time. And then they've just been sitting there. I keep looking at them and I'm like, Charlotte, come on. It's a new year. This is ridiculous. Let's use our stuff up. Let's get going. So you could put a theme to your golden book. Maybe you need a place to store bits and pieces of laces. You know, put your golden book together and give it a purpose. Fill it with pockets. Keep your little laces in it. Keep your little ribbons in it. Keep your charms. Just make it a big pocketbook. That would work. So now what we're going to do is before we get to the paper, let's go ahead and let's measure our holes. And this is where you want to be careful, because when you start doing this, you want to make sure that everything is on the side it's supposed to be. So if I turn this over and just by accident, when I'm doing my papers, put my holes here, that's not going to work. So make sure that you have everything right side up, so that your holes go on the side that they need to go on. This is where the Tim Holtz ruler comes in handy, because if you line your book up with the 0, you can find the center easily. So let's see, we're going to be looking at the 4s. I've got the, and that's really, yeah, that's like perfect. So if I put the top and the bottom on the 4, there is the 0. This is the center of the book, and I'm going to come as close to the washi as I can. So we want a hole right in here, and then do we want a hole maybe at the 3s? We'll put one here, and we'll put one here. I've got the glare, so it's hard for me to see. Yeah, and when I actually punch the holes, I'm going to come in just a little bit, because that's too far out into the book. Okay, we only need to do that once, and then we will use that as a sample for the other cover. Now we have to get to our actual pages. And to not get your pages mixed up, and I saw this on Paper Terrace, okay, she was very smart with this. She numbered her pages. So, and that really helps. So we have a 1. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it. 2, and then so on and so on until everything is numbered. If you don't care, you don't have to do this, but when I made the Alice in Wonderland, it really did help me. So Jessica, thank you, thank you. Because as we start folding these, they're going to get mixed up. There was 9, 10, 11. Like I said, if you don't care, it doesn't matter. But if you think you might want to keep things in chronological order, because there are, you can see there's 2 signatures in here. Did y'all have a nice weekend? I hope so. I know I put the journal kits on early. I apologize. I just was so excited. I couldn't help myself. Um, January's journal kit is so beautiful, but wait till you see February's. Yeah, you are gonna love February's. As a matter of fact, somebody wanted January's, and unless you want to buy one every month, I said you might want to wait because February's fantastic. Okay, 23, and there are 24 pages to this book. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take the signature, and because, as you can see, if you look at the cover and we line this up, that's what we've got. We don't want that unless you want your book to come out or unless you want to shave pages. And I don't want to lose any of the pages. You do have a border, but you can see you would be cutting things off. I don't want to do that. You could cut this off and then just, but you know, you really, really could use you could use the strength of having that border. All we're going to do is fold these over. And I'm sitting here thinking, if I fold this way, then we keep this whole thing, but maybe it won't matter. So let's see, if I fold it, is that straight? No. No, Charlotte, that is not straight, but that's how it wants to go. Will this work? Let's see if this will work. Yep. And then if I find, because I'm not going to measure, I'm not going to be meticulous with this. If you want to be, you can. You can take this to the scoreboard. I am not going to worry about that. So if it's off just the tiniest bit, then I can go ahead and do what I have to do with the trimmer. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to just do that over and over and over. I'm just going to make our border so we know we've got 1, 2, and 3. So literally this will slip in there like that. That's how this should work. If I'm remembering correctly how I did the last one, that's how this should work. So we're going to fold this over. And it's really, guys, it's just a process. So then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. This is going to slip in here. This will slip in here like that. And we should be good. So this then becomes fairly thick. That's okay. You can glue that, you can glue this down now if you want. All your little folds are all within there and you've got your book. And you can see I am not even at all. If that bothers you, pull this out, even this up, and then give it another go. So there's our first signature. So I'm going to do the exact same thing to the second signature, but to move this along, let's go ahead and put this together so you can see what exactly we are going to do. So I'm going to take my crocodile, and I can see where that hole is, and I am going to come in right on that line right there. And I'm going to punch that hole. And yes, I need my pokey tool. I need some kind of a pokey tool to get that out of there. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing for the other two. Just like that. And if you mess up, don't worry about it. If you have a little crooked book, don't worry about it. It's all in the learning, and it's just got, guys, it's got character. If you've got a little crooked book, because you're dealing with your rings, your metal rings, it's way, way easier to forgive. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't think you've ruined your book. Keep going. Okay, so there's our pattern. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to use it as a pattern. And we're going to take the back. This is where you have to make sure that your back and your front are lined up and they're not upside down, they're not wonky, and you're just going to repeat. So we're going to take a pen, and I think I might need a pen because I'm going to be on washi. Let's see if we can see the holes. So there's a hole. Try not to move your book around and get it all messed up. Y'all are going to have to let me know what you think about this. Are you going to make one of these? Do you have any little golden books? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know. So there's our pattern, hole 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully that is right and I didn't mess up. It looks right. So we're going to do our holes. I will admit to you, I have punched holes before. And when I've lined things up, they haven't lined up. So yeah, it happens. And then you have to find a way. I've got a glare here, so it's hard for me to see. You have to find a way to fix that. But if you've got the larger crocodile, and I do, I just didn't pull it out, you can set it to where everything is going to be exactly the way that it should be. I'm trying to get out of the glare to see my hole right there. Okay, so our covers, keeping your fingers crossed for me that our covers are going to be how they should be for our rings. And they are, we did it. Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay, so you're going to take your pattern, you're going to do the exact same thing, but you're going to do it on your first signature like this. Just like that, guys. Just like that. And you're going to make your holes. Okay? And you'll see you will be on that fold, which is going to reinforce your book. Now, like I said, if you want, you can glue that down. You don't have to, but you can. So here is the first hole. And I hate that I always have to clean this out, but it's pretty thick. The second hole. I am super, super excited about starting to journal this year because it's been a dream of mine and I just have never done it. And now I am just going to force myself to go there. We're going to go there together. So let's see where I can see this. Helps if you don't have debris. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that. We've got our 3 rings. We're going to put this together, and then I will finish off camera the other signature. So you can see by doing this, I'm not using single pages. If you use single pages, you will not be able to keep your pages in chronological order. They will come apart. And why can I not open this? Oh, I've got the wrong rings. Do you see that? I've got the wrong rings. So guys, if you need a bathroom break, take it now. If you want to get something to drink, take it now. I'm going to run over and pick up 3 new rings. So I'm here. I just need to go where I don't know why I bought these rings. They don't have a hinge. That's the problem with these. So I'm gonna bring this over. I'm gonna try to talk to you so that you're not just sitting there with nothing. And if I could edit, I could just edit this all out. Maybe that's something I should aspire to. I tried to do that last year. It didn't work. It takes too much time and I would rather be with you. So let's get the right rings. Red might be super cool. What's the cover look like? Maybe red. They're not very big though, and I think these are from Hobby Lobby, and these are big, and I know I want to fill these rings up, so these are the right rings. These are from Hobby Lobby. I don't know how long I've had them. I can't tell you how much they are because, as you can see, there's no way to tell that because I tore it off. Okay, so rings, 3 rings. All right, these should come apart. You need some muscle, Charlotte. Some muscle. They're stiff from not being used. Okay, so we are going to put these together, slip our rings in. Now, when you add to this, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to take your page. I will show you on the Alice in Wonderland. And you're going to have to decide if you want everything within the confines of the journal cover or if you're willing to spill out. Ooh, that's stiff. And you can decorate your rings. You can put your charms on your rings. You can put ribbons on your rings. So there basically is your book. And then this is going to open. You've got your pages all in chronological order. I mean, look at that. Super, super cute, guys. So what does it look like when you have other pages in your book? Well, let's look at that. So I kept my book to the back, but I can take anything out of here I want whenever I want and add or subtract from it. Like I had things like this. We had gone on a cruise way back in '06. I just had these sitting there in a box. I had these that the kids had made one Thanksgiving. I couldn't even tell you when these were made. They probably were coasters. Then I found some photos of the kids when they were super, super little and a few of my mom's home. And I found this here I'm thankful for. I know one year we had done this. I don't even know who, let's see, does it say who wrote this? What they're thankful for. I don't know. I'm going to have to find out. So it's so eclectic, but what you're going to do then, and as you add your papers, and I think I added towards the end here, I added different type of papers. Here was a Thanksgiving Don't Eat Me Please. This was a placemat. You know, I had a bunch of them and I just kept the one, and just some regular paper back here. I will be taking this apart, adding and subtracting and moving things around as I want them. But you're just going to do the exact same thing. You're going to take and you're going to use, pull out one of your pages and use it, or make a template that you can keep in this book. That's a good idea. Take a scrap piece of paper, make a template, keep it with your book, use that template for your the new papers that you're going to add. You don't have to take all the papers out when you add things. You just open up your rings wherever you want them. This was a picture that my mother had started and had never she had never finished, but it was special. It was from her, so I wanted that in here. But I'm going to show you, this is not, I am outside the border. See that? I'm outside the border. I didn't want to be outside the border at the bottom because I want to be able to put this on the shelf. But you can see I did not want to cut that off. That was the little turkey. And so I decided we're going to be outside the border. We're going to be outside the border on the front, or I mean on the side and on the top. I'm not going to worry about it. So guys, I hope that not everybody, I know not everybody likes a 3-ring journal. If you have never created one, you should really give it a try, because you can pack this thing like you have no idea. And it's just a really sweet way to take odd shaped papers and weird things and put them in here like these circles. More than likely, I'm just going to put a hole in there and have it sit in here, so it works like that. If you're doing a regular journal, you're going to have a pocket or some way to keep that in there. So just be thinking about that. See and decide what you want to do. I hope you'll do this with me, because we're going to play in this throughout the year. And it would really be fun for you to be able to play along. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Check out the journal kit, and I will catch you in the next one. Big hugs, everyone. Bye.